Sorry. So did you create that sandbox?
Yeah, yeah.
So now you came to know, right, how that sandbox, I mean, already worked, right? Sorry. Like other people, right, who don't work, right, who did not work on Salesforce,
Uh-huh.
for them it will be like somewhat new
Yes.
to see that sandbox and all those things.
Okay. So you need that URL?
Yeah, I need that username password.
Okay.
Um,
What is your email address? Srinu dot
IND19. IND19. @gmail.
ind19. Okay. You'll be getting an email from venkysalesforce14gmail.com.
Okay. Sorry. So I'm logging in.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, I'm logging into production.
So even for production, we can use the same email ID.
Yeah, actually, first of all, you registered for production, right?
You mean like
After that, within that, you created sandbox.
yes?
So yeah, for production, same username. So whenever you register, so whatever the username password you have sent, that is for production username and password.
Okay.
So can you ping me that verification code?
Okay. Sure. 49446.
Okay, so sandbox. So what is the sandbox name?
For sandbox name, I gave Dev. Can you search here?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we need to give dot sandbox name, right?
Yeah, automatically it append dot.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, if I'm given dev sandbox,
Yeah.
name as dev sandbox.
Yep.
But in general, we name sandboxes with very few characters only, like
Yeah. Right. Right.
three,
Keep it
three
there.
characters.
Test stage like that.
Yeah. So dot,
Sand.
this one, production username,
Okay.
dot, sandbox name,
Yeah.
password. For this, we can use same password.
Okay.
Okay. Login.
Okay.
Again, security code. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, this is what even like I observed in even like when logging into test.salesforce.com with the sandbox. Like I mean, when I tried to log in even in my company with .test and .dev, I used to get this email,
Hmm.
and each and every
So,
yeah. So I mean, in general, when I log in via test.salesforce.com, I used to get this error. But they
hmm.
actually integrated all the sandboxes with their URL. Say, for example, my client is X, then
Hmm.
they have separate URL. So there I can log in via client credentials. We will have unique number.
Hmm.
So they associated these logins with that ID. So I mean, we don't use this one much, but whenever I try to do it test.salesforce.com, we'll get a similar errors. Yeah, so I think we need to use this URL.
The problem, same thing we repeated, right?
Yeah, I think that server CS18.
But the test that fall under test.c source.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, can you ping me that?
yeah, sure. So 19169.
So here sandbox name, dev sandbox.
Yes.
So this is sandbox, and this is production.
Yeah.
So now deployment. So you can do deployment in different ways.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you
So
decrease it
yeah,
page
right.
size? I think it's more than 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fine. Yeah.
So we can deploy in different ways. Okay. So one is using chain sets. Chain sets. So these chain sets are browser based. Within the browser, we can see chain sets and we can create chain sets and we can move the metadata. I mean schema metadata into some other organization. Right. So while in deployment, we can only deploy the schema changes, not the data.
Okay.
Okay. So we cannot deploy data. We can deploy only schema related things like object classes, visual force pages, all the schema related things. Schema we can deploy, but we cannot deploy data.
Okay.
So with change sets we can deploy. Yeah.
I mean, does it mean like so whenever we deploy test classes also will supply some data, right? Basically, I mean.
Yeah, that is a program. Within the program we are creating. That is not a separate.
Separate. Okay. Okay.
That is not a record.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
So yeah, those things we can deploy. But records. So we have an object account. In account we have 1,000 records.
Okay.
1,000 records we can deploy with change sets and these tools.
Right.
So if you want to do anything related to data, we have to do it either import wizard or data loader.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So those tools we can deploy, but schema things we have to deploy using chain sets. One is chain sets. The second one is post.com IDE. With the post.com IDE also can deploy. And one more thing, Ant tool. This one we can call like a post.com migration tool. So that is a Java based Ant tool. With that also we can deploy. In general, so most of the projects we use chain sets and the post.com IDE to deploy the components.
Okay.
Okay. Because it is not like only chain sets, only post.com IDE, not like that. Okay. Because a few things are not possible with the chain sets. I mean, so few things which is not possible to deploy with post.com IDE. Like that, such kind of scenarios will come. So whichever is the easy approach to deploy that component, so that one we can choose and deploy. Few things we do manually. So in production, few things we do manually.
Okay.
Few things we deploy with chain sets based on the thing. Suppose few things. Suppose if you select only this chain sets or post.com IDE, it take more time. So manually we can do easily compared to those things.
Okay.
Sometimes we do it manually. Sometimes we create chain sets and post.com IDE like that. It's like a combination of all the things. Okay.
Okay.
So for example, if you take post.com IDE, in post.com IDE, we cannot capture approval process. We create approval process, right?
Yeah.
So approval process we cannot capture in post.com IDE.
Okay.
So we should deploy with chain sets. We cannot deploy with post.com IDE.
Okay.
Such kind of scenarios will come. Okay. Those situations we have to use a combination of both chain sets and post.com IDE like that. But Ant tool, right? So that one we use. Only in few projects we use. It is like a scripted deployment. So we can capture all those things. It is not like there is no, Eclipse kind of things. You cannot see. In Eclipse we can capture and we can see in one folder, right? So like that, it does not have any user interface like that. So with some script, by executing the script in command line, so like that, we fetch that schema into certain folder.
Okay.
And we can deploy like that. That is like a scripted deployment.
Okay.
Okay. That one actually I am not explaining. So I did not work on that Ant tool.
Okay.
But in few projects, so we use.
Okay.
So few people they use that post.com migration tool.
Okay.
Now in today's class I explain about chain sets and post.com IDE.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. So, and one more thing, change sets. Using change sets, we can deploy between production and related sandboxes. Okay. Suppose one of the production is there. Suppose one company, ABC company is there. For that, they have production. For that, related to that, they have 4 sandboxes.
Okay. Okay.
So we can, using change sets, we can deploy between only those 4 sandboxes production in between all those organizations, only within those organizations.
Yeah.
Suppose if I have something like XYZ, other company, in that production environment, I cannot deploy from ABC production or any sandbox. So because the XYZ is not at all related to this one.
Yeah.
So we cannot, with the change sets, we cannot deploy like that.
Okay.
Okay. Change sets only production and related sandboxes. Only between those things we can deploy.
Okay.
If you do not have any relationship with that, and if you try to deploy with other organization, so it's not possible. We cannot establish connection. So to deploy with change sets, we need to establish a connection. That connection, so we cannot establish with the other organization which is not related. Okay.
Okay.
That is one limitation. But force.com IDE, you can deploy to any organization, any target organization, irrespective of any relationship.
Okay.
Suppose I have one production, from my production to your production environment, I can deploy. To any organization, I can deploy. Just we need to know about the target organization username, password. So if it is not trusted ID, then we should know security token. If you know all those things, we can connect it directly and we can deploy to target organization.
Sure.
Hello?
Sure.
Yeah, like that. That is the main difference. Okay. So now what I will do is, already we have one developer edition, right?
Yeah.
So we are working in one developer edition. So in that I take one application, like for example, take employee management application.
Okay.
So I will deploy this application from this. This is a production. From this to sandbox.
Okay.
Newly, so whichever you created newly, it is not at all related to that one, right? So to this one, so we cannot deploy with change set. So I will deploy with the force.com IDE. Okay.
Okay.
So after deploying to this sandbox, from this sandbox to that production, I will deploy with change sets.
Yeah. So Srini, I mean, sorry to ask this. So basically now at this time, currently we have 3 Salesforce pages or three Salesforce things, right? So one is the developer edition, that will also be considered as production, and we just created the one more production thing for the sandbox, and now we have the dev sandbox. They are totally 3, right?
Yes.
So I mean, what exactly is the difference between till now we are working on that production and we just created one more production?
Yeah. So actually in the developer edition, they are not providing option to create the sandbox.
Okay.
Right? So it is a free edition, so lifetime it is free.
Yeah.
But there are limitations like we cannot create the sandbox, those kind of thing.
Okay.
So whatever the license we choose, so whatever the link you registered,
that, like,
so that is 30 days free trial.
Yes.
So for that free trial, they are providing sandbox also.
Oh, okay, okay. So that's the only difference, and I mean there are some other features also getting different, but other than that,
yeah.
Okay.
That is the main thing.
Okay.
So whatever we do, all those things after 30 days again, we cannot access these two.
Yeah.
Cannot access the two environment.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So that is the thing. So now first from that developer organization to this sandbox, I will deploy with the force.com IDE.
Okay. Okay. But they both are irrelevant. I mean, basically, I mean, they both are
both are not related.
Okay. Okay.
So now for that, so I want to deploy application, right? So I need to capture that application to this project.
Okay.
Employee management application.
Yeah.
So before capturing, if you see, right, for this application we have a logo.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
This logo we are getting from documents tab.
Yep.
So documents tab stores data. Whatever the documents we are uploading into documents, so that treat like a data.
Yeah.
So data we cannot capture in Eclipse.
Yep.
This so for this application, if we have this custom logo, so we cannot capture this application in Eclipse.
Yeah.
Because it is banded with data.
Okay.
Right. So for that I am removing that logo.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I remove that.
Sure.
Now I am capturing. So before capturing, suppose I want to deploy application. To deploy the application, so is there any, dependencies? Suppose I want to deploy this one. To deploy this one in this application, home, employees tab, contact employees, contracts, departments, projects, registration. So all these tabs we are now displaying on this particular application, right?
Right.
To deploy this application without those tabs, you
Mm-hmm.
cannot deploy this application.
Okay.
It has dependency.
Yeah.
And again, I will include all those tabs. But again, without objects, is it possible to deploy tabs? No, right? Without object, tab we cannot create.
Yes.
Tab does not exist. We cannot. So for that, it has dependency with the object.
Correct.
And again, in object, suppose in object, if you override any, suppose if you override one of the button with visual force, okay, that object you cannot deploy without that visual force space.
Okay.
Because for one of the object, you are, giving visual force space.
Yeah.
So without that, we cannot deploy. And again, that visual force space is related to one of the class.
Yep.
So without that class, we cannot deploy. So that one we need to include. And again, that class is referring one more class. It is calling one more class.
Okay.
Again, without that one we need to include.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So like that, we have to check for the dependencies.
Oh, okay.
So like that, we have to check for all those dependencies, and we have to deploy. Otherwise, deployment will fail.
Okay. Okay.
So for this application, so include all these things.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we need application. Post.com, add or remove components. I'm adding all those components, applications, tabs, objects. taking time or already complete? So I'm adding that employee management application,
Okay.
and after that I'm adding objects, custom objects. So we have department employee. So what are the dependencies? Departments, employees, projects, contract employees, project. Contract employees is a custom object, right?
No, contract employees, I think we created, right? Let me check.
Okay. So I mean, to avoid this confusion, what I will do is um, I will remove those tabs,
Okay.
other tabs. I keep only department, project, and employee.
Okay.
For that, we need to include all the tabs. Department, employee, project. Next, objects we added. Right? This one I am editing and I'm doing the remaining tabs.
Okay. And it is just for viewing purpose only, right? But those objects will be there in the Salesforce.
Yeah, those objects will be there. Just those tabs
Yeah.
we removed from that application. That's it.
Right.
And again, since we removed those tabs, right, we need to refresh these applications,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
This one. So next, I want to deploy those components. Okay. So this application I want to deploy. Next, objects. These three objects. Next, tabs. These three tabs.
Okay.
So is there any other dependencies? Maybe see. I think there is no dependency. Deploy to server. Hello.
Yeah.
So deploy to server. Target organization, username, password, security token.
Okay.
The thing is, sandbox, we are not able to log in, right?
Yes, caps.
This one, right?
Yeah. I mean, for that I did not give any separate password, but whatever the production password, will it be the same applicable?
Yeah, same password will work actually.
So I think it's working this time.
It's working.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, right, what I will do is,
Yeah,
I will reset the password. Can you?
Yeah. Okay.
You'll get one email.
Yes. So I mean that's what is happening. Like whenever we reset, and again when you try to log in, for the first time I think it will allow, and again when you try to log in, again it will ask. We'll get same error message.
Is it?
I mean that's what I observed. Then we thought not to go with this test.salesforce.com. We use our company credentials.
Is it? Maybe. Why is? Is that the issue with Salesforce? Or?
No, because even when I was doing that data loader, the validation, because whenever we do the data loader, we have to give that sandbox username and password, right? In the setting.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
it did not accept many times, so I have to reset my password each and every time.
This time here also it is not.
Okay. Did you reset password?
Okay, okay. It is not going based on the tested Salesforce. Um, just check whether that will work or not. So here also we need to provide that security token. Otherwise, we will have to make it in trusted IP.
Yeah.
So it is in trusted range. So environment is sandbox.
Books.
So this username should be
Dot
sandbox.
dev sandbox. So environment, do we need to select the same thing or just a sandbox?
Sandbox.
Okay.
So production sandbox. So now we are deploying to sandbox.
Mm-hmm.
I selected the sandbox. It accepted actually.
Mm-hmm.
It accepted. So it asks for some log files where you want to store those log files.
Okay.
So sometimes deploying it will fail and sometimes it will succeed, right?
Yeah.
So those logs it will store in one folder. So
Okay.
that location you have to give here.
Okay.
Then so all these things. So you are seeing in green color, right?
Yep.
If you are seeing in green color means in production these components does not exist.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes some existing components we make some few changes and we try to deploy.
Yeah.
At that time it will show in yellow color because already in production that is there we are modifying.
Okay.
Okay? If it is not there, it is not at all there in production.
Mm-hmm.
So then display in green color.
Okay.
And after that before deploy we have to validate if you deploy whether it will succeed or not.
Mm-hmm.
Before clicking on deployment we have to validate
Okay.
it will successfully will deploy or not. It will check that. But in case of any dependencies, it will show those dependencies. There are no dependencies, we can deploy.
So the same app can also be deployed to your Salesforce screening. I mean, say for example.
Yes, you
Oh,
can deploy.
yeah.
With Eclipse, you can deploy anywhere, but here failures.
Yeah.
Objects. Okay. The thing is here in one of the validation rule of that employee, right?
Uh-huh.
We are referring one of the custom setting.
Okay.
Bypass phone or email validation custom setting.
Yeah. Right.
That one we did not include.
Uh,
So next section. So we cannot deploy.
okay.
We need to add that one also,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But we did not capture that one. Captured, but we did not add to project. That is also a object.
Mm-hmm.
Custom settings also you can see under objects.
Okay.
So which object it is showing? Bypass phone or this one, right?
Yeah.
Captured, okay. Next, again deploy, select. Sandbox. Next, next. Validate deployment. Deployment was successful.
Yep.
That's it. So now if you go right, you go and check in that sandbox. Go to objects. Employee, you are seeing employee, project,
Right.
department, all those things.
Yeah.
But that application here we are not seeing because so permissions we did not apply.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So permissions we need to set.
Okay.
So if you take the applications, you can see employee management application, but for none of the profiles it is enabled. Enabled for all the profiles. So now you can see that application. But objects, tabs, for all those things you need to enable permissions. Okay. So then you display. So next thing is how to deploy from this sandbox to this related production.
Yeah.
Okay. Production, if you see, you cannot see all those objects. Those objects are not available, right? So I will deploy with the chain sets. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
To deploy with the chain sets, first of all we have to establish the connection. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So for that, what we have to do is we have to go to deployment settings.
Yeah.
From which environment to which environment we have to deploy. Now if you see that this dev sandbox to production.
Yeah.
So no connection.
Yep.
Okay. So now we have to accept the deployment components to production. right? So in production deployment settings, in production deployment settings, we have to enable allowing both changes. We need to accept changes from that sandbox.
Okay.
So you see, from this sandbox to this production, this is production.
Yes.
So to production we can deploy.
Okay.
But from production to sandbox we cannot deploy. There is no connection.
Right.
So if you want to deploy, so in that sandbox you need to accept. You see, right? Two-way.
Yeah.
From the production to sandbox, sandbox to production you can deploy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Suppose now I want to deploy from the sandbox to production. So whenever you want to deploy, we have to deploy the components from outbound changes. Outbound changes. Okay. While sending, we have to send from the outbound changes. While receiving, we have to receive from the inbound changes.
Oh yeah.
So here from sandbox I am sending. So I need to add all those components by going to outbound changes. Okay. So once after uploading this one, in production we have to check in inbound. Okay. It's like our emails. So if the email is very big, then it will store in outbox and from that it will send.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So sending, receiving will go to inbox.
Yep.
Right. So like that in the same manner. So to send from this sandbox, we have to go to the outbound changes.
So this is basically outbound means we are sending out.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we need to create the change set. For each and every deployment, we have to create one change set.
Okay.
So like that. So here I'm adding components. Employee. Custom object. Here the thing is, in Eclipse, if you add a department, so all these objects, so whatever the related fields are there for that object and whatever the validation rules are there, all those things automatically it will take and it will deploy. Right?
Yeah.
Suppose you have employee, in employee you have 30 fields.
Okay.
So from Eclipse if you deploy, so all the 30 fields also will deploy along with that employee object.
Okay.
But in change sets, if you select department, so it is only like department object and whatever the standard field is there. At the time of creating that department object, we populate one standard field, right? Only that field it include. Remaining fields, whatever we created separately, whatever the custom fields we created separately, those things it cannot hold. Those things we have to add separately.
Okay.
Here, if I select a department, means only department object and the standard field. Employee object, standard field, like that. To add other fields, we need to add again separately.
Okay.
Go to custom field. All these are the custom fields. Right?
Okay.
So these fields belongs to employee object. So this bypass validation belongs to bypass form. this one, all those things, right?
Yeah.
So your custom setting again, you need to select separately. Did I add tabs? Tabs we need to add.
No. Yeah.
Okay. So after adding all these things, so we have to upload.
Mm-hmm.
Upload.
Okay.
Where you want to upload? Production. Upload.
Okay.
Your upload is currently in progress. We will send an email when it's complete. Your change set was uploaded successfully. So in production, we have to go to inbound change sets. Inbound change sets. So here, that change set came,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not available. Yeah, it takes some time.
Okay.
So sometimes it takes 30 minutes.
Okay. So 30 minutes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Not all the times, sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Maybe in 1 minute it will come. So like that we can do the deployment. So approval process, so such kind of things we cannot capture in Eclipse. So that approval process we should deploy from change sets only.
Uh-huh. Okay. What about like,
So that's why.
is there anything called package deploys, you know?
Hello.
Yeah, hello? I mean, is there anything
Yeah.
package?
Yeah, packages are there. So I think I mentioned that there are two kinds of packages. One is managed package and unmanaged package. Managed packages can package one of the application, like we created employee management application.
Yeah.
We can add all those components and create a package.
Okay.
So while creating the package, we create unmanaged package. So those unmanaged package, after creating the package, that package URL we can give anyone, so that they hit case organization like that.
Oh.
So if it is unmanaged package, if they install in their organization,
Mm-hmm.
they can make all the coding changes, everything. They can customize that application requirements,
Oh.
like no restrictions. They can modify and they can take that application to next level, whatever they want, like that.
Oh, okay.
But if while creating the package, if you create managed package,
Uh-huh.
so in that managed package, so if you provide to other people and if they install in their system, there are many limitations, like you cannot make any code change. You cannot only how to utilize that application. That's it.
Okay.
So they provide only few options to change few things, but the code and all those related things you cannot customize, cannot modify. It is like just they are providing application, you have to utilize that. That's it.
Okay.
So you cannot modify that like that.
Oh.
But if it is unmanaged package, so you can do anything
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Usually I used to get an emails. We actually have every monthly monthly once release.
Yeah.
So on all, I think, deployment process, we used to get tons of emails saying this package failed and these many errors, and this package failed, these many errors. Like we'll get hundreds of emails, but I mean, we didn't know anything, so we generally avoid those emails. So that's the reason I just asked, like, is there anything which in deployment process we create packages and deploy them into production?
For deployment, it's not recommended to create package and deploy.
Okay.
But maybe that one they are naming like that. That is not a package.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, package purpose is, I told that one thing is their app exchange.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So in app exchange, so we can get free applications. Otherwise, we can put our application whatever we created in the tab exchange like that.
Right. Right.
So there, that is a marketplace where we can purchase some applications. We can get it for free. All those things.
Okay.
And again, to upload into app exchange, to deploy, to keep one of the application in app exchange, we have to follow certain rules.
Oh, okay.
So they provide some applications, some software. We have to do some security check.
Okay.
So burp testing, some tools are there. So we have to do security check and the code coverage should be there, everything.
Okay.
So if you follow those restrictions and all those things, if you follow those rules, then only we can deploy one of the application into application. Okay. Some small companies, if they do not have a project, they work on packages.
Wow. Okay.
They work on packages. Small companies, they don't want to waste the time. So they work on packages and they put those packages in app exchange. So they provide those packages for free.
Yes, yes.
But by seeing those packages for a few clients, right, they give opportunity to those companies. So for them, so small companies and all, so they try to, attract clients by putting these packages. Sorry?
I mean, it's just like an Android apps.
Yeah, like Salesforce apps.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can give it for free.
Yep.
So we can mention they mention their company name, everything.
Yeah.
So we developed this one. So that one.
Correct.
So the people, they like that the package, since it is they are getting it for free.
Yeah.
So they like that one. Maybe they might give chance, right?
Yep.
For that company. Like that they will actually. Yeah, actually the change set came. Okay, here also we have to validate.
Okay.
Validating. Deployment status. Click on that link. Validate. Succeeded.
Yep.
So now deploy. Deployed.
Okay.
Seeing those employee project department.
Yeah.
Employee management application. Right?
Yep.
So yeah, like that we can do deployment. So this is a deployment process actually. So suppose if they ask you to deploy one of the Apex trigger, right? Suppose the trigger you are referring one of the field, but that field, if you that field is not there in production, right? So that field, so along with that Apex trigger, you have to deploy that field also. So like that, we have to check the dependencies and deploy.
Okay.
So this is regarding deployment. So with this, yeah.
I mean, basically, so now whatever we deployed, did we deploy triggers as well for those objects?
Yeah, no, we did not deploy, right?
Okay, yeah.
You want to deploy,
Okay.
Otherwise, you can do like a practice.
Okay, sure.
So I deploy these things, right?
Yeah.
So we try to deploy those one of the Visual Force space. Try to deploy one of the Visual Force space.
Okay.
So on Visual Force space, we referred one of the static resource, right?
One of the
So to
static.
deploy that,
Yeah.
suppose for example, take login home. Login home, we are displaying logo.
Yes.
That logo we uploaded into static resources.
Yes.
To try to deploy that page, right?
Uh-huh.
So you are deploying that page and related controller class or extension.
Okay.
So along with that, we have to include that static resource also.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will fail,
Okay. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So like that, many dependencies. So try to deploy all the components, then you will get to know
Okay. Sure.
from Eclipse to that sandbox and sandbox to production.
Okay.
Try to deploy that approval process also. But in Eclipse, we cannot capture that approval process.
Process. Okay.
So since developer edition we have that approval process, and so in these two things we don't have that approval process, right?
Yeah.
So since we are not able to deploy with Eclipse, we cannot deploy. So we have to manually create, right? So few things, so such kind of situations will come, so we have to manually. But in our projects always, so we have like related sandboxes on there, right?
Uh-huh.
So we can deploy with the chain sets.
Oh, okay. But I think process you said we can create, we can deploy through these change sets, right?
Yes, but here
Uh-huh.
in our developer edition,
Uh-huh.
for developer edition to that sandbox or production, we don't have any link, right?
Yes.
So from here to there, we cannot move through deployment.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Chain sets also we cannot establish connection.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And yeah, I think with this, so whatever I mean, I want to explain. I explained all those things.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, did we miss anything?
Probably.
I think I explained.
Probably. I mean, I can go through all those things, and probably if there is anything, probably I can call out, or even if you can remember if there is anything, then you can also call out.
Yeah. So we have course content. So yeah, I actually explained almost all the things.
Yeah. Okay.
So almost yeah, I explained all the things.
Okay. Sure.
So in next, I mean, so next class, so we have any questions like interview questions, such kind of things we can discuss.
Yeah. So probably, yeah, you can discuss about few interview questions and how exactly need to be prepared for for real time scenarios and real time interview questions and all this stuff, because you would have heard from many of your students that they what questions they posted and all the stuff. I mean, I know that you have each and everything you are putting in your website, but still, is there any
Yeah.
specific questions and the challenges which they ask, and Probably, I mean, from the interview point of view, we can discuss about it. And then definitely, but each and every time, like I go for the new topic or the new thing, if I get to know, I mean, if I have any kind of questions, then so probably I think I can able to approach you whenever you have time, and probably we can discuss, especially for the new time when I'm joining a company, or the new time where I'm seeing my career in Salesforce, right? So during that time, probably whenever you get a time, we can discuss about challenges and all the stuff, right?
Yeah, sure, actually. So after the classes also Portma also many times, right?
Yeah.
So Saturday, Sunday, so half an hour, 1 hour sometimes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'll not bug you so much, but I mean, in case, definitely, I mean, because I know that you are good at, I mean, very enriched in Salesforce, so probably you will be the best point of contact, especially whenever we stuck up something, or whenever we get a new questions and the new topics and all the stuff.